Hi, I'm Sean Jackson here at Thinker Studio, where we train businesses on how to use ChatGPT. And recently, our clients have been asking, hey, can you help me apply some of what I've learned to help my kid use ChatGPT in either high school or college? And I said, sure, of course. So that's what this video is for. So if you are a student in high school or college and you're using ChatGPT, this is kind of a bare bones basics of how to use it to help you with your homework. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and customize ChatGPT for you. You'll notice right here, if you click on your name on the bottom, you'll see Customize ChatGPT. Let's go ahead and click on that. Okay, so you'll see this screen and we're going to go ahead and want to fill it out. You want to put in your name in there. That's always nice to have. And then, of course, what do you do? Well, in your case, you're probably a student. So might as well go ahead and put in there that you're a student at whatever school you happen to be at. That's really nice. And then, of course, we should go down here and says, what traits should ChatGPT have? Well, you'll notice that you can pick from this list right here, and you can basically train it on how you want ChatGPT to talk to you. So maybe you want it to be silly or opinionated or pragmatic or really anything. And once you click one of these, you'll see that it just adds a sentence in there. So you can type in your own sentence if you want. But I always find it nice to personalize my experience by having it talk to me in the ways that I like. All right, but that's not the most important. We want to make sure that ChatGPT knows more about who we are. So obviously you're a student, but we want it to know a little bit more about us. So in this case, this is my particular one. Here, let's just highlight that. And I'm going to put in this little template and you'll see it in these notes below. But basically, what I'm trying to tell ChatGPT is, who am I? So I am a, I don't know, high school, college student at whatever the school name, at whatever town you happen to be in, and will graduate in whatever month and year. And then you want to add on to that, I am interested or I'm majoring in whatever it happens to be. This way, ChatGPT gets to know a little bit more about who you are. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in for my daughter. So I am a college student. Yes, she is at, I'll just go ahead and highlight that real quick, at the University of Texas in Austin. Yeah, and we'll be graduating in May 2028. Well, there you go. And she is majoring in, I am majoring in human dimensions, boy, I need to learn how to spell, dimensions of organization. All right, so it's just that simple. This is going to be important. You're going to want to save this after you put it in. So put in your name. What do? You're a student, a high school student, whatever, how you want ChatGPT to kind of respond to you. And you can pick these little options here. And then using just a very quick template, this is who I am. This is what I'm interested in. So now ChatGPT can know a little bit more about you to help tailor its responses. All right, now we're going to go on to the really fun stuff. Okay. This is where I think the fun part of what you can do with ChatGPT as a student is located in, and it's called project folders. You'll see it here on the left-hand side, new project. Let's go ahead and click on that. You're going to want to organize all of your classes by project. So let me say that again. So if you're in high school and you're taking biology or, the physics or whatever, you're going to want to keep them isolated. If you're in college, each one of your courses will have their own project in there. So in this case, for the purposes of our example, I'm going to go ahead and put in a college course here. And it's the RTF, Radio, TV, Film, 367K, producing film and television. You notice I put an emoji in there. I always love using emojis. It just makes it so nice to keep things organized. So I put a little click slate in there and we've got it. Now, stop. Don't do anything yet, okay? You see this little gear button right there. Let's click on it. Now, this is important, guys. By default, everything you put in ChatGPT is known to everything that you're doing. So if you're working in one class and you're trying to do things in one class and then you have another class, all the things you do in both those classes are going to be able to be referenced inside of ChatGPT. What I would recommend if you're putting together a project folder for a class is to make it for the project only. This will cut down on things like hallucination, or it'll start pulling references from other projects and you're like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? This is crazy. So to keep your sanity in check, just go ahead and click project only. Now, also note, once you do this, you can't change it. So I really would just keep this for your specific classes to keep all that memory locked inside that project folder. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I've got a name, I got a nice little emoji. I'm going to go ahead and hit create the project. Yay, now we've got it. Now, we've got a project folder, i.e. our class folder. So this is for this particular class. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click these triple dots up here, and this is really important. I don't really like where they put it, but hey, I don't control it. But I want you to go ahead and click on Add Instructions. Let's go ahead and click on Add Instructions. Now, this is going to save you so much time. There's an actual format to put into the instructions. So what are instructions? It basically says, hey, everything I'm putting into this folder, these are some instructions on what to do with it. It's a global way of telling ChatGPT, here's what I want you to do every time I'm inside of this project folder. And the method that we recommend and that we teach and we use is the role, goal, context format. ChatGPT wants to know how it acts. So you want to come in and you want to tell it, here is your role. So in this case, you are a professor and a teaching assistant for this particular class. You can just replace the class name in there. And that way, you're telling ChatGPT, I want you to be a professor and a teaching assistant. I want you to act as a mentor who explains concepts clearly to me, that organizes my material. That's how you want to be. So you basically tell it, I want you to be my professor. Number two, the goal, right? We've got a role. What's your goal? Your goal is to help me learn and excel in this course by all of these different things. And this is pretty universal. Almost everybody will have the similar type of things that they wanted to achieve. Help me with my homework, help me write stuff, etc. So it just helps to articulate. And again, I want to give you this format down in the notes below. And then finally, context. So we've got a role, we've got a goal, and now we've got the context. And context is, what is this class? So in this particular case, obviously, I just kind of grabbed some things off the web related to this thing just to kind of give it the context of what is this class. So if you're in college right now, you've probably got information about the class. Just go ahead and paste it in there so it kind of understands what is RTF 367K. I have no idea. That's why I went and grabbed this information and put it in there. So this is the structure. Role, goal, context, always. Let's go ahead and hit save. Now, we're almost done. Almost done. Now that I've saved it, now we want to add files, okay? So if at the beginning of the school year or the beginning of the class, they've given you information about the class, like a syllabus, files, whatever, anything that kind of talks about the class overall, you're going to want to add it to this project folder. It becomes a frame of reference. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Files, and it turns out there are two things right there. So University of Texas has a lot of stuff online. They have the syllabus and some other things. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to this particular project folder. So again, if you have information the professors or the teaching assistants or your classroom instructor has given you about the class, just attach them to this. That way, every time you're chatting, it has a frame of reference for every single chat out there. So now we're pretty much done. We've got the project folder set up. We've got our instructions, remembering that we want to make sure role, goal, context, and then we attach some files that globally master it. Now, how do we proceed from here? I'm going to show you. So now that we've got our project folder set up, let's go create some memories for this project folder. Remember how I said everything in that project folder is now going to have its own memory channel? Well, let's go ahead and fill up those memories. So what I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to go and ask ChatGPT to research information about this class. Now, before I hit that submit button, I'm going to make sure to turn on web search. So I'll just go ahead and use the web search capability. Now remember, ChatGPT, because we added the additional instructions, it already knows what this class is, the school that it's located, etc. So now all I'm trying to do is tell the ChatGPT search engine, go out on the web and find information about this class. But I don't have to tell it what class it is because it's right there. So let's go ahead and click that button. So now what's happening is that it's going out to the web. It is using its knowledge that it has about the class already, and it's augmenting it to pull it all together in a summary for you. And lo and behold, here is the summary. So what this is doing is it's actually putting in information related to the class in the memory for the project. So again, just saving you a lot of time to go through, and you don't have to worry about, trying to fill up the memory quickly. Let ChatGPT do that. And look at all these reference links out there, different things. Again, just trying to give this project folder context so that as you're using it for class notes, as you're using it for pretty much writing papers, anything, it's got this information in the memory for you. Look at all that information. That's fantastic. And of course, it's located right here in the project folder. So there, class research summary. It tells you exactly what it is, and that way now this folder has everything you need. But we want to do one more cool thing, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Now, if you have a smartphone, which pretty much everybody does, and you are able to take it into class and record audio on it, which almost all of them do, then I would suggest this approach. Go ahead and record your class notes. Now, in high schools in Texas, you can't bring your phone in class, but I think in college you can. But if you can sit in the front and turn on your phone, hit that audio recording, because you can now take that audio recording of the lecture and attach it to this ChatGPT so that now you can get a summary and have it basically put in a format that you can review in the tool very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and take this class notes. I just have a little audio file that I captured right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in, basically I'm going to tell ChatGPT I want to know more about this. So basically summarize my class notes. That's it. Remember, it knows what the class is. You set that up in the project folder. It knows everything that it's hoping to help you achieve, which was in the goal. So it went through the file. Look at that. And here's the class notes. All right. Boom. It's giving me an overview right there on the screen. It's just basically telling me everything that is inside of this audio file that I happen to capture. This is just one of the ways that you can use it, but I really like the idea of being able to take the information from a class and a lecture, and gosh knows they sometimes go on too long, and then take that audio file and let ChatGPT give me a summary of it, the most important points, and then you'll see right here, here's kind of everything that I need to know about it. So now, and the best part is, the next time I need to reference it, it'll be right here inside of my list. So I have everything that I need right here, ready to go, all isolated in this project folder. I hope this helps you out. There's a lot more that you can do with this, but I think that if you just do these very minimal basic things, you're going to find your classes to be a lot easier with ChatGPT.